joy up. Embrace this brand new day. Let light and love fill you up. Get your morning cup of Jubilee. So much goodness waiting. So much overflow. All this anticipation. Morning cup of Jubilee. Faith, love, and joy, the equation. Feeding your soul, you're amazing. Daily you're celebrating. Morning cup of Jubilee.
Good morning. You have tuned in to Morning Cup of Jubilee, and I'm so glad you have chosen to do so. Listen, have you ever noticed that it's easy to stand by your values when life is going well? The real test comes when you're disappointed and things don't work out as you had hoped, when you've been overlooked, when people don't keep their word, when things don't make sense. That's when integrity becomes more than a nice word. It becomes a decision. Today, I want to encourage you to hold on to who you are, even when life tempts you to become someone you are not, because difficult seasons should reveal your character, not redefine it. And so we'll talk more about that when we come back from today's play of the day.
Take it easy. Those pretty eyes, those pretty eyes. They really caught me by surprise. It was like I found a reason to give someone my heart. Oh, please blow your wind on me, screaming from your willows. Can we go right now? I would have gone too far, I'll pull over just to see you in the morning light where we can be brand new. My dear, the stars have made a path that led to you. So clear, we'll greet the day where our hearts can start anew. And we can do a few things. This feeling you give me is never televised. If it is, it's usually with a satellite. Hopeless romantic, I actually hope it never dies. Stay alive, if you're not my future, I'm forever blind. Never mind, let's focus on mine, maybe let it shine. You'll be fine forever, you forever fine. No game of jeopardy, why would I try to jeopardize a love that many barely ever get to find? Let's heal together, all the trauma set aside. More sunny days together and vanilla skies. They don't want us to grow together. Remove the pesticide. Together, never let the rest aside. And I know times get hard, but never hard forever. Just keep believing in God, and we will grow together, grow together. See you in the morning light where we can be brand new. My dear, the stars have made a path that led to you. So clear, we'll greet the day where our hearts can start anew. And we can do a few things.
I hope y'all enjoyed that Morning Cup of Jubilee play of the day. I love that song. That's Brandon Watts. Why am I forgetting? Jamal Sings is what he goes by, but I know that ain't his last name. And Sean Davey. What a beautiful record. Oh my goodness. Brand new. I just love it. Look it up. Follow, support independent artists. We out here doing the thing. And I want to thank you again for tuning in to Morning Cup of Jubilee. I'm Jubilee. I hope people heal, realign, and move forward with purpose. I want you to go ahead and grab your tea, your coffee, your water, whatever you want to grab, settle in, and let's get into today's sip of the day. I really want to just talk about maintaining integrity during tough times, right? When things don't go the way you thought they would go, right? Recently happened to me, and I'm a believer. I believe that the steps of the righteous are ordered by the Lord, and that God determines our life path. And I'm with Him. I'm with this guy. So where He goes, I follow, even if it's in a place I wouldn't have chosen. If He chooses it for me, it's all right. Okay. And so that's what we'll talk about, how to maintain integrity in tough times. And so one of my deepest core values is integrity. Actually, I was raised like, hey, it's not really what you do when people are watching, it's what you do when they're not. And it's a core value of mine, not because I'm perfect or always get it right, but because I deeply value it, and I believe our character really should remain consistent regardless of what's happening around us. And I've been walking through a season that's held both incredible blessings, and if you watched the previous episodes, you've heard about them, and some unexpected transitions. And through it all, one thing God has continued to impress upon my heart is this: don't let your circumstances change your character. When people disappoint you, when doors close, when plans shift, when life catches you off guard, and it will, I'm sorry to say, it becomes tempting to respond out of frustration, disappointment, hurt, or fear. But that's exactly when integrity matters the most. And now, I'm not saying to not have your moment. I have my moments, okay? If anybody knows me, I'm not afraid to show emotion. I'm not afraid of being judged by people when they, if I'm upset in the moment, or if I'm having a frustrating moment, or if I need a moment, and I'm not feeling it, I say that and I take the space that I need. I do not allow people to suffocate and suppress me when I'm in that space. I've learned to address pain, to address discomfort, to address hurt and heartbreak head on. I'm staring at you. I'm in it right now, and I'm not building a house there. I'm gonna have a little tent for might be a few moments, might be a few days, and I know God is able, and I have no intentions of staying there, but I don't. I no longer, because I think it probably was something before I went through my own healing journey, but I no longer spiritually bypass and be like, oh, just God will take care of it. Yes, I know he will. And I'm still human and I can feel every bit of this. And like I said in the last episode, when Jesus was in the Garden of Gethsemane and he looked at his own cup and realized what was before him. And of course, he knew why he was born. He knew why God sent him down to this earth. He knew why he had to do what he had to do. But that doesn't mean that it wasn't challenging for him. It doesn't mean that he didn't have to travel through his humanity to get to the spiritual side of it. And so that's just real. So I am not saying to ignore those pieces. I'm saying not to dwell there. And I'm saying to not allow those pieces and whatever you feel emotionally to determine how you show up and who you are and how you treat others in moments when things get tough, right? Don't allow those pieces to shift you from who you are. Okay. And so what's integrity? Okay. Integrity is the quality of being honest, having strong moral principles, and remaining whole and consistent in your values, even when no one's watching, even when it costs you something, because sometimes it does cost to be upstanding, to be honest, right? When other people are not. Okay, to have other people's best interest in mind when other people don't have yours in mind. Right, what you're standing in that moment when you are being integrous, is not controlled or influenced by what other people are doing, and I think that is what can be challenging about it. And so life catches you off guard. It becomes tempting to respond out of frustration, disappointment, hurt, or fear. And that's exactly when it matters the most. And so even, like I said, even when no one's watching, even if it costs you something, you got to stay your course. And it means, right, integrity means that your actions align with your beliefs. And sometimes that costs. Like it just happened to me, I made a decision based on my belief, based on my principle. Right. And it put me in a position where I didn't have as many options as I thought I would. Whatever has availed itself to me, it's okay, because I understand that at the very least it's going to align with my beliefs, with my core values. And that's a cost that I'm willing to pay. It doesn't always feel great, but that's a cost I'm willing to pay because I stood for what I believed and I made decisions aligned with my values and my personal beliefs. Okay. And so, yes, integrity means doing what's right because it's right, not because someone's watching, not because you'll receive recognition or, a round of applause, a standing ovation, and definitely not because it's easy. It's choosing to remain faithful to who God created you to be. And here's something I've learned. Sometimes the situation you're experiencing, it's not a reflection of who you are. I'm still working through this, right? It's not a reflection of your worth. It's not a reflection of your purpose. It's not personal. It's simply a season. And it's important to not allow these temporary circumstances to cause a permanent compromise in your character. So here's 3 things I really want to leave you with today. First, stay grounded in your values, not your emotions. Our emotions are real, but they aren't always reliable. Feelings change, circumstances change, people change, but your values should remain your anchor. Stay prayerful, stay connected to God, stay connected to your purpose, and really ask yourself, who do I want to be regardless of what's happening around me? Because that joint always going to change, okay? When you're grounded in your values, you don't have to react to every disappointment. Second, don't allow someone else's behavior to determine yours. This is a big one. Okay. Now I know we got different words, and one of them is unbothered. Well, yeah, I do need us to get to a place where we are unbothered, because people are going to do the things that people do. Okay. Some people are going to keep their word. Some people are not. Some people are going to be for you. Some people are going to be against you. People will people, because that's what people do. And so we've got to be grounded. Okay. And so when you're grounded in your values, you don't have to react to every disappointment. Okay. You don't have to allow somebody else's choices, decisions, perceptions, okay, to influence yours. Okay. And so don't allow someone else's behavior to determine yours. Just because someone doesn't keep their word, it doesn't mean you stop keeping yours, right? Just because someone lacks integrity doesn't mean you abandon yours. Continue showing up. Continue honoring your commitments. Continue treating people with kindness and respect. Continue doing what you said you were going to do. Your character is your responsibility. And honestly, I am not saying any of this is easy, but I am saying, I used to read a book to my students. It was one of my favorite books. I'm forgetting the title of it. I was an assistant principal in East New York, Brooklyn. Stand up, baby. But there was one line in the book that stuck with me, and it was, your reputation is the report card of your life. It's the report card of your life. You know, it's a cumulative story of how you have shown up. And honestly, nobody could take that from you. People will change. You work here today. You're here working someplace new in a few years. You go to school here, and now you go to another school. You're in this office. Now you're over in this office. You're in this town. Now you're in this town. You're in this state. Now you're in this state. I mean, we move, we change, we shift, right? But our character is something that we take with us wherever we go. And honestly, it beats us there. Our character and our reputation and our name. And that's all I'm always praying to God, Lord, please give me a good name. Like, you know, a good name is more valuable than money, right? But our reputation, our character, the way in which we show up, it precedes us. It beats us to whatever location we go into, it gets there before we do, you know? And so that is why it's important to be integrous. Okay. So again, don't let someone else's choices cause you to become someone you never wanted to be. Okay. Thirdly, I want you to remember, and I'm preaching to you, I'm preaching to myself, that your current situation is not your identity. And I say this a lot to the leaders that I coach, to people that I mentor, and I'm still working through it myself, right? Just having to ensure that I'm being super clear that I am a full human being. I'm a full woman of God. I'm a full person. And I fulfill roles. I fulfill the role of a mother. I fulfill the role of a daughter. I fulfill the role of an educator. I fulfill the role of an executive coach. I fulfill the role of a life coach, a sibling, you know. And these are things that we fulfill, right? But they don't define us. And honestly, I'm still unlearning all of that. So again, remember, your current situation is not your identity, right? What is happening to you or around you doesn't define you. It's our response. It's our response that defines us. It's how we show up. It's the decisions that we make. Okay. It's good, bad, ugly, and different. It's how we recover after we fall, whether we get up, whether we stay down, right? Whether we're extending olive branches, reaching out to help other people, being prayerful, right? And doing unto others as we would have them do unto us, right? Those are the things that define us. Those are the things that really speak to who we are. and not what we do, and nor what's happening to us. So your current situation is not your identity. We all walk through seasons that surprise us. Okay. Some seasons stretch us. Some seasons humble us. Some seasons do both. Some seasons hurt. But none of those seasons define us. Your purpose hasn't changed. Your calling hasn't changed. Your value hasn't changed. Keep becoming the person God created you to be, regardless of what life looks like today. Because integrity isn't just about honesty, it's about remaining whole. It's about protecting and embracing your peace. It's about protecting your purpose. It's about being the same person in every season at the end of the day. Maintaining your integrity means you never have to sell yourself out. You don't have to compromise your values to fit in. You don't have to lower your standards because someone else lowered theirs. You get to lay your head down at night knowing you stayed true to who you are and who God called you to be. And there's a peace that comes with that. And so today, I want to encourage you. Protect your integrity, strengthen your integrity, protect and embrace your peace, protect your purpose, and be clear about it, because circumstances may change and people may change, opportunities may change, but who you are doesn't have to. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Morning Cup of Jubilee. If today's message encouraged you, would you please do me a favor and share it with someone who may need this reminder today? And don't forget to subscribe to It's Jubilee TV right here on YouTube so you never miss a new episode. New episodes of Morning Cup of Jubilee premiere every Wednesday at 7:30 a.m. Until next time, keep healing, keep growing, keep moving forward with purpose. Have a blessed week, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Bye-bye.